of you take regular breaks after studying for a long time? Taking regular breaks helps your brain by giving it time to rest and recharge, enhancing its ability to focus and to engage. This is proved by a study by Microsoft titled as Research Proves Your Brain Needs Break, which states that breaks are essential not just to make us less exhausted by the end of the day, but to actually increase our ability to focus and to engage. Did you know that the students who read text on print scored significantly better in the reading comprehension test compared to those who read digitally? This is evident by a study titled as Reading Linear Text on Paper versus Computer Screen, published by the International Journal of Educational Research in December 2013. Everything was fine. I had a vibrant and enjoyable life. I have been enjoying my daily routine, which consists of watching television. I used to watch my favorite TV shows and movies as soon as I completed my homework. I also used to go on outings along with my parents, have a nice day, and come back home. While doing all these daily activities, I realized that there was a problem with me, and that was my focus. I wasn't able to focus on what others were saying. I would just smile or ask them to repeat, covering up my problem. I never took it under consideration until one fine day my report card was out and it had all E's and D's in every subject column. The sorrow I felt knew no bounds. Along with sorrow, there was a sense of responsibility in me to improve my grades and my focus. Think of it as a prediction. But from the start itself, I knew that one day it would cost me high. The grades I received were of the whole semester, and my parents' reaction to it made my heart sink. Their disheartened expressions spoke volumes. At night, I was unable to find peace to sleep. My mind was full of thoughts. Did I not have enough courage to face the problem? Was it a lack of effort, or was it simply my bad luck? Amongst this darkness emerges light, a flicker of hope. I realized that my grades do not define me. Bad grades for one semester do not stay constant forever. Failure is a stage that is supposed to be crossed in order to achieve success. This disappointment only acted as a fuel to ignite a flame of dedication and success. Reflecting on my bad grades at the serenity of the night only made me rewrite my story and my grades. The next day, my parents told me to freshen up quickly and that they had to talk to me about something serious. Well, I knew that it was about my grades. As I sat down with them with a cup of coffee, they questioned me about the reason behind my bad grades. I told them that my grades were not up to par and did not meet their expectations or mine. I admit my mistake and that my focus was the underlying problem. I take the complete responsibility to solve it and improve my grades. Keeping everything under consideration, the first thing should be understanding the concept. In order to understand the concept, you need to focus on what is being taught in the class. Well, that was a problem with me, that my focus wasn't in sync with me, which gradually had an impact on my grades. This focus is a very important point for effective learning and understanding. As I was discussing this with my parents, we together looked it up on the internet, which suggested that I start reading. My mother made me visit a bookstore, and this particular book caught my attention, which I completed in just 2 days. The book was a fictional one involving adventure and the self-discovery of the character. I would highlight my favorite lines so that I can revisit it, or just because it was a heart-touching line. After having the most stressful day, I would return home with the hope that as soon as I start reading, all my sadness would vanish in just seconds. Sometimes I get so lost while reading that the screams of my mother calling me for dinner are not heard. Surprisingly, I noticed that my focus was intact and was in sync with me while I was reading. Then, the next day in the class was a complete new start. I could understand what the teacher was teaching. From getting all E's and D's to getting all B's and A's, I improved a lot. Have you wondered about the impact lack of stimulation to neural pathways has on your brain? Lack of neural stimulation can lead to reduced neuroplasticity. Neuroplasticity, in the sense, the brain's ability to reorganize itself and form new neural connections. Reduced neuroplasticity makes it hard for the brain to acquire knowledge or adapt to new environments. A study published in Nature 1996 titled Neurogenesis in the Dentate Gyrus of the Adult Human Hippocampus, which demonstrated a connection between memory and neuroplasticity. The study found that the brain's ability to rewire itself in hippocampus is crucial for memory formation and retrieval. Nielsen book data suggests that 32% of the children read books every day, while 60% every week. This percentage drops as digital entertainment rises. When the neural pathways associated with the brain are understimulated or lack stimulation, it can result in anhedonia, a common symptom of depression. A study published in Nature Neuroscience titled Role of the Brain Circuitry in Depression in August 21, 2012 observed reduced pathway activation in depressed individuals. So, how do we prevent lack of stimulation to neural pathways? Engage yourself in mentally stimulating activities. The most ideal one would be reading. It can be a mindfulness practice. While reading, the readers tend to be focused in the present moment, which can help anxiety. And moreover, reading can act as a distraction from anxious thoughts. Reading non-fiction and self-help books may help you figure out your current emotional and psychological situation and help yourself out of it. According to a study by Yale University published in the journal Social Science and Medicine, which states that reading for more than 3.5 hours a week could lengthen your lifespan. The study was initiated in 2004, which checked the reading habits of 3,635 Americans, who were divided into three groups: those who don't read, and those who read for 3.5 hours a week, and those who read for more than 3.5 hours a week. 33% of non-readers died compared to 27% of book readers who read for more than 3.5 hours a week. According to a study by Sussex University, reading for just 6 minutes a day could reduce your stress up to 68%. Do you know that the average reading speed is 250 to 300 words per minute? Isn't it fascinating? As we come to the end of the talk, I would like to conclude it with a quote by Albert Einstein. The only thing that you absolutely have to know is the location of the library. Thank you.